Alright, let's just see what happened in Hungarian Grand Prix. It's Hungary. It has like nothing should have happened. Like nothing. Nothing could have happened. What? Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today, I will be joined by good friend Lachlan.
It's me again.
Yes, it's you, the weird person who also likes F1. Yay, fantastic. So today we're going to be talking about the Hungarian Grand Prix for both F3 and F1. We'll get into F1 later, but first we're going to be talking about F3, only with a slight touch, because no one really cares about it. So
Yeah, that's
we'll
fair.
talk about race 1 results. It was Awamu Owasa. I still don't know how you say his first name, but there we go. Finishing first place. Second place in was Ollie Codwell and Logan Sargent ran out the podium. And
Yeah, good
then,
old,
yeah, good old
good
Sargent.
old Logan Sargent. Yeah.
Yeah, Christian Novalak fourth and Dennis Hauer, Alexander Samola, Lorenzo Colombo, David Schumacher, Jack Doohan, Mattia Nannini ran out the top 10, and that's all I'm going to do because I can't be bothered to do the top 20. I hate, yeah,
But,
naming names is hard. Um,
yeah,
Also as well,
because
I think what
the
he was a Lorenzo Colombo.
yeah,
He
it
was
was
a
Lorenzo Colombo. He won on track, but then he got
penalized.
disqualified. Or yeah, that's right. No, he got penalized. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. I think it was like something about the car, underweight or something. I don't know. Race
Mm.
2. That was won by Matteo Nannini, Enzo Fittipaldi second, and Roman Stanek in third place. And then it was Alexander Samola, Janis Hauer, David Schumacher, Lorenzo Colombo, Christian Novalak, Logan Sargent, and ran out the top 10, Owamu Owasa. Race
Good to
3.
see the Fittipaldis doing well. I like the Fittipaldis.
Yes, same. Race 3, that was won by Dennis Hauer. Is anyone surprised? No. Second place, Arthur Leclerc, who was on pole position. Then Jack Doohan ran out the podium. Then David Schumacher, Christian Novalak, Alexander Samola, Frederick Vasseur, Ollie Codwell, Enzo Fittipaldi, and Logan Sargent ran out the top 10. Let's have a look first at the standings before we get to race 1. Well, the race itself of F1. I'm only going to be talking about the top 10 because no one cares about the rest. Dennis Hauer is 152 points. He has 152 points. In second place, Jack Doohan has 89 points. Give him the championship already, please. Third place, it is Ollie Codwell, then Frederick Vasseur, Alexander Samola, Christian Novalak, Victor Martins, Arthur Leclerc, Mattia Nannini, and Charles Collot ran out the top 10. Also, our thoughts and prayers goes for Jack Aiken, who was involved with a horrible accident in the 24 hours of Spa.
Yeah, it was a pretty hefty impact.
Yeah, and I think also Marshall sadly passed away at Brands Hatch as well.
Race
So,
hatch. Yeah.
thoughts and prayers with the Marshall's family. But yeah, it was obviously a very sad weekend for motorsport mainly. All right, our favorite part is where we talk about F1. I just have one question for you, Lachlan.
Yes.
What the fuck just happened in this race?
That
Interesting.
it was something else, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think it was always going to be a pretty crazy race, even from qualifying,
Yeah.
because again, Lewis Hamilton and qualifying controversy in Hungary. It happened in 2007, and it's just happened again.
Yeah, in 2021. Next time with Verstappen, not his teammate. Fantastic. Anyways, let's go to the results first, and then we'll talk about the whole race itself. So, out of all drivers to win this race, it was the Alpine driver of Esteban Ocon who gets his first career win. Second place, well, not really, is Sebastian Vettel, who was disqualified after failing to have a fuel sample. It's weird. Who should be second place, it is Lewis Hamilton. Then third place, it is Carlos Sainz. Fourth, Fernando Alonso. Fifth, Pierre Gasly. Sixth, Yuki Tsunoda. And oh my god, it happened! Both of the Williams drivers gaining points.
It
It happened! Oh my, I'm actually really happy for them. Latifi and Russell both getting points. Verstappen getting 9th place. And rounding out the top 10, Kimi Raikkonen. And then in 11th, it is a very disappointing Daniel Ricciardo, then Mick Schumacher, and Antonio Giovinazzi ran out the drivers who actually finished the race. All these drivers did not even finish the race. Nikita Mazepin, Lando Norris, Valtteri Bottas, Sergio Perez, Charles Leclerc, and Lance Stroll. This is only provisional results, so it obviously shows Vettel still in second place. Um, it is appeal has been lodged by Aston Martin against the stewards' decision to disqualify Vettel after the required fuel sample could not be extracted from his car following the race. So he still technically classifies second, but there is obviously an appeal lodged by Aston Martin to maybe get that out, which basically means that Verstappen will be in 10th place and Kimi Raikkonen won't get any points. What a weird ass race. Let's just first talk about um the turn one. Let's talk about that first, shall we?
Yes.
Turn one, Hamilton has become a fucking rocket. Um,
Yeah.
there you go. Like already into turn two, and there's a big old pile up. What is it? Bottas
Yes.
like collided into both Red Bulls.
I no.
Norris is in it.
What happened was, yeah. So Bottas underestimated the wet, and he hit the back of Norris. Norris then hit the two Red Bulls. And then in a separate incident, Lance Stroll spun into Charles Leclerc.
And it was great bowling as well. I just want to say. So Norris, Bottas, Perez, Leclerc, and so they all retired.
Yes.
I have no idea what happened to Mazepin. I think he probably just spun out and got stuck in the gravel because because
No,
that's how
no,
it
no, no,
normally
no, no,
is.
no, no, no.
Oh,
That's
what
not what
happened to him?
happened.
Okay, tell me what happened to him because I couldn't be bothered to watch the highlights.
Nikita Mazepin was coming into his pits, and as he was going in, Kimi Raikkonen came out. Raikkonen clipped Mazepin's wheel, and it just came off.
What?
So Mazepin out, not on his own accord. It was Kimi Raikkonen that took him out.
Wasn't it?
Through-
Wasn't like the same as like Latifi? Didn't like Latifi like also get cucked over because of that? Like last year, pardon me.
I think so. I do vaguely remember something like that happening as
Yeah.
well.
I think it was also enough for May as well. So that's pretty
Mm.
ironic. But
But anyway, so
crazy ass race.
first corner carnage brings out a red flag. It's expected, really.
Yes. Collision galore. Um, and I think I was on the restart as well. Everyone pitted for slicks other than Mr. Sir Hamilton.
For Lewis Hamilton, and it's great. I love the photo where
Yeah.
it's the start of the race and it's just him,
Yeah. Imagine.
nobody else.
Yeah.
That's
Imagine explaining that to someone who didn't watch the race, like me.
mm,
But I actually know what happened because F1 talked about it, so that was fantastic. But Ocon, the first driver to get his first career win. Um, Other drivers may have potential to get their first career win as well. Maybe Carlos Sainz, you know. Maybe Lando Norris. You know, those two drivers most likely to maybe get their first win. I think Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin, they're also going to get the podiums as well. I'm joking. That's never even going to happen. Maybe even Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll would probably get his first win. A lot of stuff can happen, obviously, in F1, mainly in motorsport as a whole, as was demonstrated right here. Esteban Ocon winning for Alpine. And that kind of also asks me the question: was it wrong for Ricciardo to move from Alpine, well, from Renault, to McLaren?
well, at the time, it obviously seemed like a brilliant idea at the time because McLaren were absolutely flying throughout last season.
Hmm.
Renault were doing well, not as well as McLaren though. So at the time, it seemed like a good idea. Obviously, looking now, it isn't. If you remember back a few months ago, Andreas Seidel, the uh, person in charge of McLaren, said that Ricardo has a particular driving style, and the McLaren doesn't suit that. Um, whether you believe that or not, I mean, he's drastically underperforming when you compare him to his teammate. Like it's beyond
Nice.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Um, it is obviously sad as well as we're both Ricardo fans. It is very, very sad because of that. But it is motorsport, so obviously bad luck will happen. So, anyways, after a very crazy Hungarian Grand Prix, let's now talk about the driver standings. Lewis Hamilton now takes over the championship lead over Max Verstappen. Third place, it is still Lando Norris, still exactly the same, from Norris to Leclerc. Tied actually for sixth place, it is Carlos Sainz, so both of the Ferrari drivers are tied there. Daniel Ricciardo is in 8th place, Sebastian Vettel in ninth, and Pierre Gasly in 10th. Obviously, if the appeal gets blocked by the FIA, I think Gasly would be in front of Daniel Ricciardo, and Sainz will be also in front of Leclerc. Esteban Ocon has jumped up from like I don't know, I think it was like 13th or something up to 11th.
He was way down.
Yeah, Fernando Alonso at 12th, and Lance Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda, Latifi and Russell both getting points to their names. Kimi Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and both of the Haas drivers still hasn't gotten any points.
I find it absolutely. I just find it the peak of irony that even though Russell has scored points at Williams, finally in his third season, he's finally scored points there. He's still getting beaten by Latifi.
Yeah, still, still, it's pretty sad. Not gonna lie, it
Yeah,
is.
you know, Latifi's going to pull that one out, and it's going to be
Yeah,
like Russell's going to be like, he'll be at Mercedes whenever that may be, and Latifi's going to be like, I beat him once in a season.
twice actually.
So
Well, yeah,
same
once,
with
yeah,
Robert Kubica. I beat him once.
yeah.
It's only 1 point, but I
Yeah,
beat him.
it's alright. Still a point. Well, now, okay, let's now have a look at the constructors' standings because it's going to be very, very tight between the top two, Mercedes and Red Bull. Only 10 points separating both of them. McLaren is in third place after scoring no points. Ferrari, closing behind him with only 3 points a difference. Fifth place it is Alpine, then Aston Martin and AlphaTauri. That battle is still raging on. AlphaTauri is behind Aston Martin by only 2 points. Then in eighth place, finally not in last, it is the Williams Racing Team. Ninth place is Alfa Romeo, and 10th Haas.
Feel like you can definitely see like the categories in the constructors championship. Like you can see the race for first place, that's between Mercedes and Red Bull. You can see the race for third, that's McLaren and Ferrari.
Yeah.
There's the race for fifth, which is Alpine, Aston Martin, and AlphaTauri. And then there's the battle for eighth, which is Williams, Alfa Romeo, and we'll just throw a Haas in there as well for good measure.
Yeah, just for good measure. If they get any points. It's most likely that they won't,
Yeah.
but just in case, they may get points.
Yeah.
So, obviously, sadly, it is the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's it is very, very sad because it is the break. How long is it? Like 2, 3 week break.
It's a few weeks.
Yeah, it is a few weeks of no F1, but at least I get to be doing more NASCAR content. How fantastic is that? After the summer break, it will be then the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps, obviously where 2014 Ricciardo won. Um, the sad death of Antoine Hubert and Jack Aiken obviously being hospitalized. So, yeah, I don't know why I listed that off, but I did. Also being at Spa-Francorchamps will be F3 once again. So once again, for I guess 2 races in a row, F3 will be accompanying with F1 at a track which will be Spa-Francorchamps. F2, I think the next race will be at Monza, if I remember correctly.
Just checking
I
now.
think it is.
It is
Yes, it
Monza,
is.
yes.
Yes, it is Monza. So F2 obviously gets a very long, extensive break, and yeah. So that is really it from us now. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and goodbye.